The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a little girl named Clara. It was Christmas Eve, and Clara was very excited because her family was having a big party. The house was decorated with twinkling lights, colorful ornaments, and a beautiful Christmas tree. Clara couldn't wait to see what presents she would get. At the party, Clara's godfather, Herr Drosselmeyer, gave her a special gift. It was a nutcracker, a wooden soldier with a big mouth that could crack nuts. Clara loved her nutcracker and held it close all night. She showed it to everyone at the party and even danced with it. The nutcracker had a red uniform with shiny gold buttons and a tall hat. Clara thought it was the most wonderful gift she had ever received. As the night grew late, Clara grew tired. She placed the nutcracker under the Christmas tree and went to bed. But she couldn't sleep because she was so excited about her new toy. She tiptoed back to the living room to check on her nutcracker. Suddenly, something magical happened. The clock struck midnight, and the Christmas tree began to grow bigger and bigger. Clara's eyes grew wide with wonder. Then she saw that all the toys under the tree came to life. The nutcracker sprang to his feet and came to life too. He smiled at Clara and bowed. But then there was trouble. The Mouse King, a huge mouse with 7 heads, appeared with his army of mice. They wanted to take over the Christmas tree and ruin Clara's Christmas. The Nutcracker bravely stood in front of Clara to protect her. "Don't worry, Clara," the Nutcracker said. "I will save you from the Mouse King." A big battle started between the Nutcracker and his toy soldiers against the Mouse King and his mice. The toy soldiers, led by the Nutcracker, marched forward with tiny swords and shields. The Mouse King and his mice charged at them with sharp teeth and claws. The room was filled with the sounds of clashing swords and tiny feet scurrying around. Clara was scared, but she wanted to help. She picked up her slipper and threw it at the Mouse King. The slipper hit the Mouse King, and he fell down. The Nutcracker saw his chance and rushed to defeat the Mouse King. With a loud cheer, the Nutcracker won the battle. The Mouse King and his mice ran away, never to be seen again. Clara was so happy and hugged her brave Nutcracker. "Thank you for saving me," she said. The Nutcracker smiled and said, "Because of your courage, you broke the spell on me. I am really a prince, and you have saved me." In a swirl of magic, the Nutcracker turned into a handsome prince. He took Clara's hand, and together they traveled to a beautiful land filled with candy, dancing fairies, and sparkling snowflakes. They visited the land of sweets, where the Sugar Plum Fairy gave them a grand party. Clara saw dancers from all around the world perform, and she ate delicious sweets. Clara and the prince danced together, and she felt like she was in a dream. She didn't want the night to end. But soon, it was time to go home. The prince gently took Clara back to her house. "Remember, Clara, you are always brave and kind. You will always have a special place in my heart," he said. Clara hugged the prince goodbye and promised never to forget him. She went back to bed with a happy heart. The next morning, she woke up and found herself in her own bed. She wondered if it had all been a dream. But when she looked under the Christmas tree, she saw her Nutcracker smiling back at her. The next day, Clara couldn't stop thinking about her magical adventure. She told her brother Fritz about the Nutcracker's bravery and the battle with the Mouse King. Fritz listened with wide eyes, amazed by her story. He asked Clara if he could play with the Nutcracker, and she agreed, sharing her special toy with him. That evening, Clara's parents noticed how happy and excited she was. They asked her about her dream, and she told them everything. Her parents smiled and said that Christmas is a time for miracles and magic. They reminded Clara that the true spirit of Christmas is about love, kindness, and bravery. Every night before bed, Clara would sit by the Christmas tree and look at her Nutcracker. She remembered the beautiful land of sweets and the kind Sugar Plum Fairy. She thought about the brave Nutcracker prince and how they defeated the Mouse King together. Clara knew that she would always cherish these memories. One snowy afternoon, Clara decided to write a letter to the Nutcracker prince. She told him how much she missed him and the land of sweets. She wrote about all the wonderful things they had seen and done. She even drew pictures of the Sugar Plum Fairy, the dancing candies, and the sparkling snowflakes. Clara placed the letter under the Christmas tree, hoping that the magic would take it to the Nutcracker prince. That night, she dreamed of the land of sweets once more. The prince was there, and he read her letter with a smile. He promised that they would meet again every Christmas, in her dreams and in her heart. As the years went by, Clara never forgot her magical adventure. Each Christmas, she would tell the story to her friends and family. The Nutcracker Prince became a symbol of courage and kindness in their home. Clara grew up, but she always kept the spirit of Christmas alive in her heart. One Christmas Eve, many years later, Clara, now a grown-up, shared the story with her own children. They listened with wide eyes, just like she and Fritz had done so long ago. Clara gave her children a special gift that night, a beautiful nutcracker, just like the one she had received from Herr Drosselmeyer. Remember, Clara told her children, the magic of Christmas is always with us. It's in our hearts, in our kindness, and in our bravery. The Nutcracker Prince will always protect you, just as he protected me. That night, as Clara's children slept, they dreamed of the land of sweets, the Sugar Plum Fairy, and the brave Nutcracker Prince. The magic of Christmas continued, passed down from one generation to the next. And so the story of the Nutcracker and the Mouse King lived on, reminding everyone of the power of love, courage, and the magic of Christmas. Clara knew that as long as they believed, the magic would never fade. The moral of our story is that being brave and kind can make amazing things happen. When we help others and believe in ourselves, we can overcome any challenge, just like Clara and the Nutcracker Prince. Remember, the magic of kindness and courage is always in our hearts.